Okay, for today's practice, we're going to start in a seated position. If you need to sit on a bolster or some pillows, you can do that. We're going to come to sit up nice and tall. Imagine that there's a string pulling you from the top of your head up, up, up. If you'd like to close your eyes, you can do that. We're going to begin to draw large circles with the nose. Over to the sides. Down, other side, and all the way up. We're going to be breathing while we do this and making sure not to raise or tense the shoulders. We're going to leave those nice and relaxed. When you get to the top, we'll reverse it. And breathing. When you come back to the top, we'll return to center. You can flutter the eyes open. We're going to take our right ear to our right shoulder. Take a breath in and a breath out. And come back to center, and we'll take our left ear to our left shoulder. Inhale and exhale. Come back to center. We're going to clasp our hands behind our back, and we're going to bring them over to the right side. And then take our ear back to the right shoulder. And take a breath here. And we'll come back to center. We'll bring our hands to the left side, our left ear to the left shoulder. Come back to center. From here, we'll move to tabletop. Hands are right below the shoulders, knees are below the hips, tops of the feet touching the mat. We're going to start with a nice neutral spine. And on the inhale, we're going to drop our hips toward the mat, belly toward the mat, face looks up. And on the exhale, round the spine, tailbone points toward the mat, pressing away from the mat with our hands. Inhale, drop the belly, drop the hips, pointed toward the mat, face looks up. Exhale, round the spine, tailbone pointed toward the mat, pressing away from the mat, chin to chest. And then on the inhale, drop the spine, face looks up. And exhale, arch the back. And do 3 more of these at your own pace. When you've completed those, we'll come back to a tabletop. From here, on the inhale, we're going to extend the right arm, extend the left leg. And on the exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, extend the right arm, the left leg. Exhale, knee to elbow. If this isn't comfortable for you, you can extend, and on the exhale, just bring that left knee to the left elbow. Extend the right arm and the left leg. Exhale, left knee to left elbow. We'll do 3 more of these at your own pace. And when you're done there, we'll come to tabletop. We're going to thread the needle. We're going to take our right hand under the left arm. Shoulder comes to the mat. Head comes down to the mat. We're going to extend our left leg, toes to the mat. And when you're ready, hover your toes just a couple inches. We'll take 2 breaths here. Okay, bring your toe back down to the mat and slowly return to tabletop. Now the other side, we're going to extend our left arm and our right leg. And the exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, extend. Exhale, knee to elbow or right knee to right elbow. Inhale, extend. Exhale, knee to elbow. Do 3 more of these at your own pace. When you're done with those, we'll come to tabletop and we're going to thread the needle on the other side. So we're taking our left hand, threading the needle under the right. Shoulder comes to the mat, head comes to the mat. We'll extend our right leg, toes to the mat. And when you're ready, hover your toes just a little. We'll take 2 breaths here. You can lower the toes and slowly come back to tabletop. From here, we'll move to downward facing dog. Bend the knees if you need to, as much as you need. Pressing away from the mat. Hips reaching high, and we'll take 4 breaths here. And from here, we'll walk our way up to our hands. Slowly roll it up. And take a moment here to notice how you're feeling. Okay. So from here, we're going to do tree pose. We're going to find our spot that is not moving, our drishti. That's going to help with our balance. I'm going to take our right leg either to the shin or the thigh. Hands come to heart center. We're staring at our spot, and we'll take 5 breaths here. When you're done with those breaths, you can lower your right foot, shake it out a little. And then we'll take our left foot up, either to the shin or the thigh. You can use a wall or a chair for balance. Find your drishti, your spot that's not moving. We'll take 5 breaths here. All right, and then you can lower the foot down to the mat. We're going to do some warrior two, moving and breathing. So from here, we're going to take a nice wide stance. Our left toes are going to point in front of us. Our right toes are going to point to the side here. Our left heel is going to run in line with our right arch. We're going to bend the knee. We're going to want to make sure that we are wide enough so when we bend our knee, it's not going past our ankle. We don't want to hurt our knee. So we'll make sure that we're wide enough that when we bend our knee, it's going to stop in line with our ankle. Okay, so once we have that alignment, we're going to take our arms out wide, gaze over the left fingertips. And on the inhale, we're going to straighten the leg and straighten the arm. And then on the exhale, we'll bend the knee, gaze over the fingertips. Inhale, straighten the knee, straighten the arms. Exhale, bend the knee, bend the fingertips. Look over the fingertips. Inhale. Exhale. You can do 3 more of those at your own pace, making sure that you're moving and breathing. When you've completed that, we're just going to rotate our feet. So our left toes come in, our right toes go out. You should have stayed in alignment pretty well. Bend that right knee, arms reach out. And on the inhale, we'll straighten the knee, straighten the arms. Exhale, bend the knee, gaze over the fingertips. Inhale, straighten the knee, straighten the arms. Exhale, gaze over the fingertips, bend that knee. We'll do 3 more of those at your own pace, moving and breathing. All right, from here you can kind of walk your toes in, and we're gonna move to child's pose for 5 breaths. So we'll come back down to the mat. You can either keep your knees together or take them as wide as the mat. Reaching forward, forehead to the mat, and we'll take 5 breaths here. When you're done with that, we're just going to come to lie on our back for Shavasana. You need to put a towel or a rolled up blanket under your knees for support. You can do that. Wiggle the ankles and stop that movement and let them fall where they're comfortable. Wiggle the hips side to side. Let them fall where they're comfortable. Wiggle the wrists side to side. Let them fall where they're comfortable. And rock the head side to side. And let it fall where it's comfortable. We'll take a deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth.